the UK, we buy more hot hatchbacks than anywhere else on earth, and there are two very good reasons for that. Firstly, we really like the practicality. Plenty of space in the boot, room for the kids, etc, etc. Secondly, our British B roads are pretty much tailored for a small practical car with a reasonable bit of poke. Through the twists and turns, through forest roads, nothing raises a smile quite like a hot hatchback that is very well engineered. Today we're in the Ford Focus ST. Granted, not the latest 2015 ST. I found myself with this 2014 model for a couple of days for my own personal use. I thought you guys might want to know what it was all about. Also gives me a nice opportunity to point out some of the changes that they made on the new car over this one. So power remains the same, so it's still powered by a 2-litre turbocharged petrol engine which produces 247 brake horsepower, 250 pounds-feet of torque. Performance from this engine, pretty strong. When the turbo really kicks in at about 3,500 RPM, the car really does shift. Nice strong power all the way to the end of the power band. I really actually like on the interior the turbo boost gauges you get on top of the dash. They're a really nice touch. 0 to 62 miles an hour takes just 6.2 seconds. Now that's all well and good, but what happens when the road gets a bit twisty? Well, put simply, the Ford Focus ST acquits itself as one of the best handling C-segment hatchbacks ever. There is loads of grip on offer, and in tandem with really nice, precise steering, which is beautifully weighted, you can place the car exactly where you want it. You feel quite connected. And through these beautiful, chunky, body-hugging Recaro seats, again, you're plumbed into the chassis. You know exactly what's going on. You can feel the car twitch. You can feel it shimmy and shift on greasy roads like we have today. And do you know what? That's so confidence-inspiring. So many cars feel numb in comparison to this one because, you know, Ford have really prided themselves on making this a driver's car. Sure, anyone can pick up and play with this car, but at the end of the day, it just feels much more, I don't know, you feel more plugged in to the whole experience. Brakes are really good as well. Nice, progressive, strong at the end of the pedal. Love it. Like I say, conditions out here today are a little bit greasy, but I can feel exactly how much grip is going on down there. Now, 247 brake horsepower through the front wheels, that's quite a big amount. There is some torque steer, particularly in these conditions. You put your foot down, there's a bit of a twitch from the steering wheel that you have to be a little bit aware of. But this car does have torque vectoring, and it does use the computer on board to try and counteract some of that torque steer. It does a reasonable job of it, actually. Torque vectoring is also very handy through tighter corners. It really makes you feel like you're being sucked towards the apex.
In this blue with its Asbo-inspired spoiler, this car looks subtly sinister.
So what is the Ford Focus ST like to live with every day? Well, unsurprisingly, quite a lot like a regular Ford Focus, which is no bad thing. You've got a generous boot, there's loads of space in the back, kids are going to be perfectly happy back there on a journey, and of course the interior is pretty much the same as a standard Focus. That might be a bit of a downside considering that you've bought a sports model, you know, the dashboard's almost identical. All the controls are going to be very familiar to anybody who has driven a Ford Focus before. I briefly mentioned these Recaro seats. They are fantastic. They really hug you around your ribs, hold you in place whenever you're driving exuberantly, and probably the biggest thing that denotes the interior as being different to the standard car. I would like some more differences. I have to say the dashboard doesn't feel all that special. Yeah, the boost gauges are there, but it doesn't separate itself enough from the standard car in my personal opinion. Visibility all around is really good, which makes driving it around town nice and easy, and the 6-speed manual transmission is nice and easy to use. It's got a good swift motion to it.
Revisions for the 2015 car include raked front headlights, a new grille, new rear bumper, new rear taillights, as well as Ford's new Sync touchscreen navigation inside. There are also some tweaks to the chassis and steering. For 2015, diesel is also an option in this performance model.
Doesn't doesn't sound too bad either, this 2-litre engine. I mean, I do get the feeling that it's maybe just a tad synthesised, but it sounds reasonable from the outside as well. As a complete package, as something that you would live with every single day, and let's remember that's the whole reason the hot hatchback exists, is it's a car without compromise. The Focus ticks a hell of a lot of boxes. It's comfortable, it's easy to use, it's fast when you want it, it's engaging, you can still fit the kids and the shopping in the back. It's everything that you really need a car to be. Ford even claim that it'll actually do 39 mpg. You know, for just over £22,000, it's pretty good value for its performance as well.